Imagine being a child, handed over to a fortress of scarred men who will pour poison into your veins, knowing that most children like you will not survive the process. Welcome to your new life, your Geralt of Rivia. You don't remember much about your mother. Her name was Vicenna, a sorceress, and she left you at Kaer Morhen when you were small. That absence sits inside you like a stone, but there's no time to grieve, because at this keep in the mountains, the Witchers are already testing you. You run the training courses until your hands bleed. You learn the sword, the pendulum, the balance beam. You learn to fall and get up again. The older Witchers watch you with quiet approval because you're faster than the other boys. Then comes the trial of the grasses. They strap you down and force mutagenic herbs into your body. The pain is beyond anything words can hold. Your veins burn, your eyes change. You survive when others scream themselves into death around you. And because you endured better than any child before you, they subject you to further experiments, ones that leave your hair bone white and your body inhumanly strong. You wake up changed. You're a monster now, made to kill monsters. Vesemir becomes the closest thing to a father you'll ever know. He teaches you that a Witcher takes coin, kills the beast, and moves on. Simple. Except nothing in your life will ever be simple. You leave the mountains and take the path. You walk from village to village, and everywhere you go, people look at you like something they'd scrape off their boots. In taverns, hands drift toward knives when you enter. Children throw stones. They call you mutant, freak, butcher. You save their lives, and they spit at you for it. You take a contract to kill a Striga, a cursed princess who tears men apart in the night. You could simply kill her. Instead, you choose the harder path and try to lift the curse. You survive locked in a crypt with the creature until dawn, and when the sun rises, a frightened girl lies where the monster stood. Your reward is a scar across your neck and the growing sense that the real horror is rarely the creature you were paid to hunt. Again and again, you learn the same brutal lesson. The monster in the swamp is often less cruel than the men who hired you. You try to stay neutral. You tell yourself a Witcher chooses no side. But neutrality is a lie you keep failing to live. When you see the innocent about to be slaughtered, you draw your sword and it costs you. Then you meet Yennefer. She's a sorceress with violet eyes and a temper that could level a city. You save her, or she saves you, depending on which of you is telling it. You make a wish upon a captured djinn to bind your fates together. And neither of you ever quite knows how much of your love is magic and how much is real. It doesn't matter. You love her with a fierceness that terrifies you. You fight, you leave, you return. Always you return. But the thing that truly changes your life isn't love. It's the law of surprise. You invoke an old custom, claiming as payment that which a man already has but does not yet know. It sounds like a clever trick. It isn't. You've just claimed a child. A girl named Cirilla, Princess of Cintra, bound to you by destiny before she was even born. For years you try to run from it. You tell yourself she isn't your problem. Then Cintra burns, her family is slaughtered, and Ciri survives, alone, hunted, terrified. The moment you find her, everything you believed about yourself cracks open. She has ashen hair like yours. She has powerful elder blood in her veins, and every faction on the continent wants to control the power she carries. Kings, sorcerers, and the cold-hearted elven riders of the Wild Hunt all reach for her. And you, who swore you would never care, become a father. You bring her to Kaer Morhen. You teach her the sword the way Vesemir once taught you. You watch her laugh, and something long frozen inside you begins to thaw. She isn't your reward. She's your daughter. When she's torn away, dragged into war and prophecy, you do the one thing Witchers never do. You choose a side. Her side. You gather a strange, loyal company around you. Dandelion, the poet whose songs made you a legend and whose friendship never wavers. Sorceresses, warriors, and misfits who follow you into fire. Together you cross a continent soaked in blood, searching for one girl. Along the way, you meet mobs who blame you for their misery. You're beaten. You're broken. And in a place called Rivia, during a pogrom against non-humans, you take up your sword to protect the hunted, and a peasant's pitchfork finds your heart. You die in Yennefer's arms. Ciri arrives too late, and she carries you both away to a place beyond the world. Somewhere, the story softens into legend. The games by CD Projekt Red continue your journey afterward, but in Sapkowski's novels, this is where your path ends. To live as Geralt is to be called a monster while carrying more humanity than the men who fear you. You wanted only coin and solitude. Instead, you found a woman who understood your silences and a child who made you a father. In the end, the Witcher, who swore to love nothing, gave everything, and that, more than any monster you ever slew, is what made you legend.